Welcome back. I'm MTG Joe, and today we're going to be playing some Sultai, Birthing Pod, or Neoform, or Prime Speaker Vannifar. But basically, it's a toolbox deck trying to abuse Enter the Battlefield effects paired up with Yarok the Desecrated. So Yarok the Desecrated, whenever a permanent enters the battlefield, that would trigger an ability. You get to basically copy that triggered ability. So what we're trying to do with the deck is have what's called a toolbox, where you can search for a bunch of silver bullet creatures or really situationally beneficial creatures through the combination of Neoform and Prime Speaker's Vannifar, which both have what's kind of referred to as Birthing Pod ability, which is an old card from Modern, where basically you sacrifice a creature, search your library for a creature with converted mana cost one more than that particular creature, and then you get to put that into play. So what we can do is say turn a Fblthp into a Cloudkin Seer, or a Cloudkin Seer into any of these creatures, and go from there. So at a quick level, I can go through the deck itself, what's kind of being included in it. So Fblthp is a way for us to cycle card draw. Kraul Harpooner is a way for us to fight flyers. Paradise Druid is mana ramp, and it also color fixing in a 3-color deck. Neoform, like I mentioned, it's one of our search tools. Cloudkin Seer is another card draw spell. It is an elemental which does trigger with Risen Reef, so there's a sub-elemental theme in the deck to try to get us card advantage that way. There's Exclusion Mage, and then there's Plaguecrafter to deal with, like, if they have, say, a Teferi, something like that. There's also Reclamation Sage to deal with artifacts or enchantments. Then Spark Double is a way for us to either copy like Yarok or any of our relevant creatures. Ravenous Chupacabra is removal. Hostage Taker, same idea. Findbroker is a way for us to recycle threats. Vannifar is our search engine. Then we have a couple, so this gains us life based on our Undergrowth ability. Biogenic Ooze is like an army in a can. Cavalier of Thorns is ramp, and then it can also put something back on top of our library, which we can then search for. I mentioned Yarok. Izoni is a way for us to make a lot of creatures and tokens. Muldrotha is a way for us to cast stuff that's in our graveyard. And finally, Agent of Treachery is a way for us to steal opponents' cards. The mana base is pretty much all duels, a couple scry lands in there as well, just to sort out our draw. The sideboard, a couple non-creatures. We have Duress and Viridian's Arcbow versus versus control decks. Ashiok versus Scapeshift. Vraska's Contempt is just a catch-all removal spell for planeswalkers. I could probably make that Elder spell if I'm doing. Make that quick change. Massacre Girl versus like go wide strategies. Kraul Forager against aggro again. A couple commands versus control, or like mid-range mirrors where we can use our life total as a resource. And then Carnage Tyrant to just kind of like Grixis or like heavy removal based decks. So we'll try it out. These decks either usually I find perform really well or just get completely blown out. But we'll give it a shot. We are streaming live today on Twitch. Welcome to those joining. I'm starting to do a little bit more live streaming as opposed to solely YouTube videos. If you do find stuff that you either tuned in halfway or you want to catch any of my past streams, you can catch them all on YouTube. So play some traditional ranked here with the deck, see how it goes. For those tuning in live, what's your name, where are you from? Always curious to see where people are tuning in from. We can go Cloudskin into Vannifar and get it going. Opponent goes first. We don't have a spell till turn 3. Let's try it out. Played a couple variations. I really like Vannifar. It was my first modern deck, Birthing Pod, so they're not great decks, but they're fun decks, so I'll jam them here and there. I've played the Teamer variant, so you use like Rekindling Phoenix over and over again. Could be a couple things, could be ramp. Can be elementals here. Scapeshift. My least favorite deck right now, I think. So main board, I don't really have much to deal with Scapeshift, unfortunately. I'm just going to try to get Biogenic Ooze going as quick as possible to go wide. They're just doing their thing here. I don't think I have... It's difficult. There's not really a creature that shuts down like land-based strategies. Could slowly be running out of stuff. I want to probably get Vannifar going, so just see if they miss the block. It does have reach. So let's just double check if we have anything to deal with this matchup. Oh, we can steal their lands, so that's one way we can do it. So we can Chupacabra. Ah, that's a fairy.
I know my responsibility.
That's annoying. So we wasted a Neoform there. So we'll just get this going. We could then Chupacabra away the Hydroid Crisis and attack Teferi down.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
This Field of Ruin against us is just strip mine. Haven't been seeing too much field, so haven't really played around it. That's interesting. Probably just want to go Prime Speaker here. So realistically, we do this, take down Hydroid Crisis. Just attack into Teferi here. We will be able to kill this other Hydroid. We also have Cavalier of Thorns. So they do get like the strip mine here.
Trust me, I have a plan.
So we were originally hoping they took our Biogenic Ooze.
phase you out of time?
So the nice thing here is if they don't have a creature and we draw a land, we can double spell.
Don't worry, I got this.
Or we can just do that. No, probably save the Plaguecrafter in case they have.
You just let me know if you're up for round 2.
I'm just gonna use Vannifar, get that going this turn. She also is an ooze, so she triggers. We're also very dead to just Scapeshift. And big Crassus. So just sack the Plaguecrafter, that's 9, that's not enough to kill him. So we will go like this. Gets us another land. We'll get Yarok. Double trigger. So then we have Spark Double that can copy Yarok and get like a bunch of triggers. So we're battling back, which is pretty sweet. I got Scapeshift here. So we can go. So Izoni is a 6-drop. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we draw a land, then we can do this and then double. Just cast like a lot of Izoni copies. Also, depending how many they make, we can. Exclusion Mage will get 2 triggers, and then this will get 2 triggers. Copying that, so it's 4. That is a lot of tokens. Opponent just times out. Or we could just get Izoni naturally. So it doesn't get enough right now, that's the problem. An Exclusion Mage also doesn't do enough. So Izoni can get back Chupacabra. This is tough. So you can get a land. You can go for Forager. So that gets a bunch of stuff. Sacrifice you. I don't have. We lost this. Yeah. I was hoping not to face Scapeshift game 1, so it's something we need to keep in mind. I probably just need Massacre Girl main board. So in this matchup we get Ashiox, and we get Massacre Girl, and probably Duress. Coming out, the Harpooner doesn't do anything in this matchup. Actually, Harpooner can get rid of, but we have the bigger stuff anyways. Plaguecrafter is kind of fringe. Izoni can go wide. Cavalier probably doesn't do enough. Kraul doesn't do enough. Findbroker, Sage, Exclusion Mage. And then just maybe a Fblthp. Run it back. You gotta be mindful of your curve to keep stuff that's coming on curve. We'll play first here. Probably keep this. We have a Scry to try to dig for a blue source. We have Duress to take one of the early plays. See what's going on. Teferi or Root. Root gets him ahead on lands, probably just from a tempo play. Blue source, please. Yeah. Well, we're punished for keeping that hand. Oh, we are playing the Taylor Swift. Okay, sweet. Ashiok came down a turn too late. So I'm probably going to use Cloudkin as a setup this turn. So I'm going to wait because I want to see if I can get an untapped land so I can Neoform. Okay, I don't, but I get Yarok. I'll keep the land right now. No attacks. So we're trying to dodge Scapeshift for one turn. Which we don't. And now we're punished. This deck's obnoxious to play against. So if I draw land, I can Massacre Girl this turn from the Neoform. I need to cast a 4-drop. Land, please. No blocks. Perfect. So we got Massacre Girl here. 16 Massacre Girl triggers on the stack. So in a pinch, Spark Double could come down again. Probably want to do... They're going to Hydrate Crisis this turn. Oh, they go Root. That gets them a bunch of zombies. We do have Neoform. We're one short. So probably just set up with Yarok this turn. No attacks. So they can do a big Hydrate Crisis. Only one Ravenous Chupacabra. It's one of those moments I wish we can look at our deck list offhand. This lets us ooze, get another body. Just Neoform the ooze, see what we got as a 6-drop. Muldrotha's good. Izoni, how many creatures in our graveyard? 4. That gives us a lot of blockers. Might be dead regardless. So they have 7, 8. So we have 7. We have 7, so we're taking 6 damage. That gets him 2 more zombies. This deputy really screwed up our plan. Okay, Neoform. Neoform is something. Oh, I think we have a line here, actually. Neoform Massacre Girl. It wipes the board. We get Yarok back. And then we get Muldrotha. Oh, this kills our Yarok too. Oh, never mind. Let's just do Ashiok this turn then. Apparently Ashiok's voice command freezes it. So depending on what we do, we can attack in with Massacre Girl, then Neoform for Muldrotha, and then cast probably Biogenic Ooze. See if they decide to Field of Ruin here. Hydroid Crisis is a problem.
Trust me. You'll thank me later. I'll protect you.
Actually, them not bouncing Massacre Girl is pretty advantageous for us. It might be dead regardless. Because here I Neoform for Muldrotha. So I do it for Muldrotha. We can get Ravenous Chupacabra. Massacre Girl doesn't have anything to trigger off it, and they have the flyer. So I gotta go do this and then just see that they missed. Ah, I can't target it. Oh no. Stupid Veil of Autumn. We lost this one. Alright, so gotta make the switch to have Massacre Girl main board. So or we just leave it. Like we're not gonna. No, I think having the option of Massacre Girl is probably better. Just go like that. So we'll play another one. Play first. Keep this hand. Druid into Hostage Taker can be pretty good. Worst case, we just go Harpooner beats. This is Esper control. Hopefully it's Esper tempo. Cool. I would love your Hero of Precinct 1. Even if they kill this turn, we'll just Findbroker it back. Ooh, Neoform. So I can Neoform to kill it. I can Neoform for Elvis Rejuvenator. Or... no, I think we just... actually, no attacks. We don't have the green mana. Yarok's sweet. So we can see if we want to do a setup turn here. Ah, they take Hostage Taker. Oh, we have Massacre Girl main now anyways. Do I want to do this in a turn where I can play multiple things? Or just get this going now? Let's tack in first. Hopefully we dodge a Teferi for a turn. And of course we didn't dodge Teferi for a turn.
Stand by and watch. Here we go.
Because, you know, let's never... They always have it. We can double spell here. They do gain a life. Actually, I think what we'll do here... Just Neoform this for Chupacabra. Gets it off the board. It's oddly very annoying with the fact we have Fblthp in hand. Tempo is probably a better matchup for us than just straight Esper control. Come on, opponent. You got 4 cards to choose from. Ah, another Teferi. Oh. Chups dies here.
That's more like it.
I have reached my limit.
So I don't really want to play Yarok down because they just bounce it. Just play this out. I know they can have the flyer, but I just want to present enough on the board that forces them into something.
Here goes nothing.
Alright, another land.
Of time.
So they have the Teferi, they can bounce the Othakaya, cast it again, killing Kraul Harpooner. They're at 31 life. Do have to be mindful of our life total. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Let's wait a turn. Or wait, let's attack first. Cool. We've got Exclusion Mage, which we can do the same thing again. Bounce both their Elite Vanguard or Guard Mages. Interesting, they go Othakaya here. So just gonna keep my life total high. Yarok could start gaining us some life back. Tons of Teferis.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
So we don't have flyers per se, which is a little disconcerting.
Now what?
So we do need to try to draw into something, but they do have enough to cast both of them. Ah, jeez. They play Thief of Sanity. Teferi is definitely a love-hate thing. Mostly hate. They get rid of Yarok. I've just been holding those all this time. Okay, so we do have Muldrotha. What do we have in our graveyard? We have Kraul Harpooner. We do have Neoform. We have Hostage Taker. Oh, so we can Hostage Taker, steal the Guard Mage.
I've got it.
Or they're just gonna tuck our Muldrotha.
Keep up the pace.
Might have to go Massacre Girl here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, they have enough just to activate Citadel here and kill us. See if they give us a shot. We do have a 3-drop, so we can hostage take or multiple things with Yarok. Still don't think that works. Yeah, we're gonna have to go Massacre Girl here.
I am not going to sit this one out. Reverse.
Yeah, they tucked that, so it's pretty much the game. Man, we've got to feature 2 of the most annoying decks in the format. Plaguecrafter doesn't do it. We're dead. So if we had Muldrotha, we could have taken a hostage taker, put it on something, and then Massacre Girl with the Neoform that we would have been able to cast. Ashiok can mill them out. Probably want Duress, Elder Spell, Carnage Tyrant, Arcbow, perhaps Command. Nah, we're diluting too much. It's probably not Exclusion Mage, probably not Plaguecrafter. Rec Sage seems reasonable. Spark Double's too cute. Can cut down, cut down. I don't think Agent of Treachery is something we're going to get to at a reasonable pace. The flyers seem relevant. Actually, probably just go down the Risen Reefs here. And probably a hostage taker, because it just dies and they get the stuff back. Try it like that. Try that out. I'm gonna do this because it gives us the option for Chupacabra if need be, if they have hero, but now this exposes us that our Arcbow goes. Let's see if they take the Arcbow or if they take Chupacabra. I'm hoping they leave this. We take Muldrotha. I'm okay with that exchange. I'm not going to attack because I don't want them to be able to bounce with Teferi. They could bounce the Arcbow, but then I can kill the Teferi.
Right on schedule.
I don't think...
Like it.
So we do have Neoform.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
don't believe we have anything left in the... we have Exclusion Mage? Are you kidding me?
Oh, I've done the hero thing.
Alright, well... Paradise Druid go. If we drew a land, then I'd consider just looking at 5 cards deep.
Here we go.
The Chupacabra doesn't do anything with his ETB right now, and is probably holding them back from casting a creature. This at least gets protected, and we can attack into Teferi. Or, you know, just all the Teferis. I would like an Elder Spell, please. And I don't think it's right keeping in Plaguecrafter. Like, this game it would have made a difference, but... they've already... ditched a Teferi. With our luck, they're gonna have... so they'll probably take... I don't know what they take here. Izoni is reasonable. I'm 1 mana off, so I take Neoform. Did I not get a card draw for the turn? Did I draw another Neoform? Or did that glitch?
We will meet again.
Well, at this point, let's just get another body out. What do you got? Citadel, Command. Just more Teferis.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Ah.
I'll protect you.
Alright, I'm done this game. Alright, I'm going to wrap this up. There's only so many Teferis you can play in a day before just getting completely broken down. Anyways, thanks to those tuned in live. You can catch the full replay up on YouTube later this weekend. Have a great one.